The issue of insecurity exemplifies a plethora of problems bedeviling Nigeria. Consequently, abduction in Abuja city, its satellite towns and villages, which caused palpable fear among the residents in January, is a slice of the knotty difficulties facing the nation. Characteristically, conscious of the consultation of the security institutions that are domiciled in Abuja, one would expect that the men of the underworld would spare Nigeria's seat of power. However, like the proverbial adage, the fly with no one to advise him follows a corpse into the grave. The evil men dared the Nigerian police with their guards. These hoodlums assumed invisibility status given the way and manner they operated, thinking they would not be caught. So they took liberty for a license as they went about kidnapping at will and even made enormous demands from the victims' families. They caused apprehension and anguish for many families who had to resort to crowdfunding to secure the release of their loved ones from their captivity. The excess of underworld men and women had to be curtailed. Hence, the Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetokun unleashed the Special Intervention Squad SIS after these criminals. For the well-coordinated offensive against the ragtag kidnappers to be successful, the FCT Police Command had to be fortified and minor reshuffling of the headship of some police commands had to take place. Commissioner of Police Benedict Igwe was moved to the FCT Police Command. Between 2019 and 2022, he was a Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations in the FCT, so he knows the city's topography and how to return calm to Abuja. The fear of Igwe, as he's fondly called in the police circle, is the beginning of wisdom for a would-be criminal. His antecedents in crime busting speak for themselves. His name dreads criminals. Thus, nipping the insecurity spiked in Abuja in the bud is a walkover for the pragmatic Commissioner of Police, who usually leads at the forefront to arrest bandits and kidnappers. CP Igwe resumed office on the 2nd of February, the same day he led the offensive against the kidnappers in their hideout in the thick forest of Abuja, Niger and Kaduna states. Today, Crime Fighters presents a brief interview with CP Benedict Igwe, an operational police officer who says every time he leads his men to the forest to arrest bandits or abductors, he considers that day his last day on earth, considering that the probability of being hit by a bullet is 50-50.
Yes.
At the parade of 6 kidnapped suspects, you said you are going to operate a police of no boundary. Please, sir, can you explain what you meant by this and how you intend to achieve it?
What I mean by that is that, you see, some people move from, like in this flag, some people move from Nyanya, that is in Nasarawa State, Nyanya, Ado, Masaka, Mararaba. They will live there, they will come into FCT and commit offense and rush back to do their area, thinking nothing will be done. Some people in Garawuse, in Niger, they will come in, do kidnapping, and go back to Niger, or from area like back of Kawu, that is Kaduna, and Niger, they will from there come in, do kidnapping, and go back to their place because it's not in FCT. Or area we call Gita. After Gita, meet Caravan. After Caravan, you now know you are entering into Niger. They will from there come, do kidnapping, and feel they are not in FCT. They will not be fine. They will rush back to Niger. We will not accept that. We will come to Niger with the cooperation of Niger people, arrest you, and bring you back to FCT for you to answer the question. Or you on this could be axis, you will go to area like Otankarifi and say you commit offense, rush that. We know them. We know the areas. We know the area like Tafa. So if you commit offense in Abuja, you do kidnapping, you rush to Tafa or Sabonuse or Karawuse or in Niger, and you say, or you go to Jere in Kaduna, or that Jere road, and said you are in Kaduna. I will come to Jere. And because I got relevant information, I'll call our men in Kaduna and tell them, in combination, we come there and pick you and bring you back to FCT for you to come and answer your trial. So it's not because you commit offense, you rush back to any town that is bordering FCT or inside those ones that is in another state. You feel we will not come there to do for you. We will come there to do for you in collaboration. The command is doing everything. When I'm doing everything, the command is doing everything at its disposal to sustain the onslaught. And that's why you have seen that relative calm in FCT. You can see how the area is. The one chance you can see it has finally came down. The kidnapping it has come down. It's only now 1 in 2 weeks or something like that. Buhari, Kuje, Wale, we are in those areas. Yebu, Yangoji, Ruboshi, Yaba. We are in those areas. We know the terrain. So that's why we're able to sustain it. We have done a lot of deployments. We do a lot of supervisory roles and the men in the bushes. We have taken over the bushes, the flanks of FCT. We have taken over. And that's what has sustained the peace. And I tell every FCT residents to go about their normal business. I see people expressing so much fear. Business is no longer as usual for the criminals. One of the strongest kidnappers, which is still, we have picked them up. And they did the recent kidnapping. So we have picked them up, and the law is cutting up on them. I don't know why people should feel jittery. I hear some people still say FCT is not safe. Please, FCT is safe. Take it from me that it's safe. We are not sleeping, we are in the bushes, we are everywhere. We have a lot of technical things we are even using to gather time to the glory of God. And I want to thank the Inspector General for graciously and magnanimously shifting a lot of things to us so that we can sustain the work. You know, that's intelligent policy. We know the terrain. The most important is knowing the terrain, knowing the area, know who know road, follow who know road. Yeah. Many of us know the roads. And we have been here before. We have sustained this fight before. We brought it to its barest minimum. So now we brought out all those things that we used earlier. And that's why the area is calm. And that's why we brought a lot of intelligence, we have a lot of informants, and they are back. And we are working with them. That was why I said, when you see something, say something. When you say something, you do something. If you ask those, you don't know them, those who are giving us a lot of intelligence and information, they know we act it out. And many of them have been very positive. It's on them that we focus on. They have been very, very wonderful.
What will be your security message to residents and visitors in the FCT?
My security message to them is that, number one is that when you see something, say something. If you see something you didn't say, there are a lot of avenues where you can say something. That's why we continue publishing our contact number, control number. Even myself, I give out my personal numbers. It's a call. If you say something, say something. When you say something, you do something. Security is everybody's business. It's not the police. Policing is everybody's work. Police may be our job. You have policing powers. The law gave you the powers as a private person to police, to arrest. If you see somebody committing an offense, arrest. And you later hand over to the next police station. The law gave you that power. So everybody that is coming into FCT or is a resident of the city or is an individual should know his powers. That everybody has power to arrest. Everybody has power to complain. Do something. When you see something, say something. When you say something, you do something. You can even see something without saying something, you do something, and we finish it up for you. It will ensure combined security for everybody. Security is everybody's business. It's not only police. Police may not do it all by themselves, but with the combination of other sister agencies, even you as a citizen, private citizen in collaboration, the collaboration will work very wonderfully. Even traditional rulers and so on. That's why when we go to different communities, we speak to them. We tell them what they ought to do. when there is threat to security. Police is equally a threat to insecurity. So you should know that. The kidnappers are looking for police because police is pursuing them. So if there is insecurity, you are not secured. So that's why we go all out to ensure that security in FCT. We are equally part and parcel of the citizens. We are equally part and parcel of the partakers of insecurity and security. So, but for anybody to tell somebody now that there is insecurity in FCT, I beg to disagree. I beg to disagree. Because we know what we have done. There's no person that has complained any serious matter. The small kidnapping, the ones that has happened before us, we are unraveling it and they are being released. Like I said, the criminals should know that it's not business as usual again.
Business of security is all-encompassing, and that it should not be left with law enforcement alone. It involves you and I. When you see something, please endeavor to say something. Keep watching Crime Fighters, the police in you.
Within a week of its resumption, the FCT police rounded up 6 unscrupulous kidnappers and 1 chance suspect. One of the suspects is Usman Muazu. He's a 27-year-old confirmed kidnapper who returned to the world of criminality more hardened after serving 3-year jail term for kidnapping. Although Musa is avid and intelligent in his illicit kidnapping trade, collecting ransom in millions of naira, he's a stark illiterate who cannot speak English. Crime Fighters' conversation with Musa was conducted in Hausa. Listen as Musa narrates his atrocious act.
Usman Ma'azu.
How old is he?
Shekarun ka nawa? 21, 41. Sorry, ya haƙuri.
He's 39 years old.
From where?
Kai mutumin ina ne?
Ni na ɗan Abuja ne, Boko Haram suka kashe min uba suka kashe da mama.
Kai mutumin ina ne na tambaya?
Kwali Abuja.
That is from Kwali Area Council of Abuja.
He's an Abuja indigenous.
Yes.
What made him start kidnapping?
Me yasa ka fara wannan kidnapping?
Boko Haram sun kashe babana, sun sare mai wuya na. Sun tafi da mamata sunanta Halima. Sun tafi da shanayenmu da jakunanmu inda ake azumi. Lokacin ta kasance ban da kowa ban da koyi, ina kiwo yadda da dabba abin da kai 15.
That Boko Haram killed his father and took his mother away to a known place. From then, he started rearing some of the animals that they left for him. On those processes, he was rearing them inside bush. He come across different kidnapping groups, more than 6. Daga inda ka zo dabba sun fi 6.
Da na yi kiwon dabba a
Kace ka samu
15.
sai me ya faru?
To ina kama yankin nafin abinci sai aka kama ni.
Okay, that after coming across almost 15 kidnappers dead, one among them decided to hold him ransom, and from there they started sending him for food and logistics. Gradually, he now enrolled into the system. Okay, Chigaba.
A lokacin sai an gane yana kai mafi na habiki sai an kama ni.
Chigaba.
An kawo ni SAS.
That was when he started supplying them with food and logistics. The community now understood and started suspecting him, gave information to police. That leads to his first arrest that took him to prison. So that he spent 3 years in the prison.
How did he leave the prison? Did they release him or he just
prison?
That
he was convicted for 3 years and he met up the 3 years.
So after completing his 3 years term,
Yes.
he still went back to kidnapping. What made him go back to that crime?
Wai bayan ka yi shekara 3 ka bar gurin ka fito me ya mai da ka kidnapping?
ina shayi yayin ba riba ina nan sai wani wanda ake ce ma ɗahiru shine ya maida ni ya sakin kidnapper yana hita ma kidnapper kuɗi daga adaji yana kawo su a cikin gari yana fitarwa.
That after he was released from prison, he came and started doing tea, selling tea. But he discovered that tea doesn't have fast money. And he met one of his friends called Dahiro, who they were formerly together. He now reintroduced him into another gang, and he followed them into another kidnapping gang.
He knows initially that it was because of kidnapping he went to prison. And he came out. Doesn't mean that the prison he went to did not teach him any lesson.
Wai da farko da ka je prison ka san saboda harka da yan kidnapper ne aka kai ka ko can da ka je ba su koya maka wani abu darasi na barin wannan kidnapping ba
sana'a ba karatu
a wurin that in the prison there is no any rehabilitation that teaches them anything. They only stay and spend the years and come back out.
Prison is supposed to be a correctional center.
Yes. Wata ma'aikata ce na gwamnati wanda ta tsara musamman saboda da koya ma duk marasa rashin ji haka ko kuma masu laifuka irin naka sana'o'i da wasu ayyuka na rayuwa saboda in sun fito su bari. Ba yadda za ka ce mun shekara 3 da kai ba a koya maka wani abu ba. Ina jin ka.
karatu ne na islamiyya ko ba mu da sana'a suleja karatu ne kawai na islamiyya.
That in Suleja prison what they teaches them is Islamic religious.
sai ya zo yana neman kuɗin da na an sa bashi ne kuma ba kuɗin.
He collected some tea materials from people and as he was selling it there was no means of paying them back because the business is not running well. And people, the owners used to come and ask him for the money. There he decided to go back to kidnapping.
In all, how many kidnapping has it done? How many operations has it done?
Wai bayan ka fito na so nawa kai kidnapping? That he has gone to operation 4 times.
And how much has it got in total for all these operations?
Na farko nawa aka ba ku?
Na farko
Nawa kuka ansa?
nan lokacin ba su yarda da ni ba sosai ni dai sun ba
Nawa suka ansa suka gaya maka?
na farko miliyan 10 ne.
The first operation he went for, they collected ransom of 10 million. Na biyu din kuma ba 30 million. The second one, they collected ransom of 30 million. Na uku ba?
Na uku kaga wanda ni yadda na bari miliyan 8 sai na ji suna cewa su wanda suka kai kuɗin sun ce miliyan 10.
They said she knows about 8 million, but the people that took the money are claiming over 10 million. Na hudun fa?
Na kuɗu miliyan 10.
The fourth one was 10 million. Farkon da kuka je nawa aka baka?
Man 130.
The first operation, he was given a share of 120,000.
From 10 million naira.
Yes. Na biyu din kuma fa?
Na biyu an ban 200.
They gave him 200,000 for the second one, from 228 million. Na uku kuma fa?
Na uku na Fulani nan ne nan ba a ban kuɗin ba.
Kai ne kai shugabanci, shi ne kai ne kai shugabancin ai.
To da na tafi bani na a yanzu an shi kuɗi suka ce.
Okay, he said the third one, which he was the one that maximized it, was 8 million. But on the process, when they collected the money, he was not closer to them, so they did not give him anything.
Na kuɗin an ban 200,000.
The fourth one, he was given share of 200,000.
Wanda ke kai mu inda suke ake ɗaukar su ya gudu ya na so a kama shi ya gudu amma
Why sunan shi?
Sunan shi wannan ga da suna Mansur.
That they have an informant. Because 3 of the kidnappings were done in an estate at Piankasa. The kidnapper has a shop there that sells provisions. He was the one that is giving them information concerning the people of the estate. That this man has money, this one has this. That is how they got their information.
So where is the informant?
The guy now is at large. Okay, has run away. Three of the kidnapping that he did that took place at the Piankasa estate, that mortgage estate, was an information from that their informant. While the fourth one that he went and kidnapped from Fulani headmen was the house where he reared animal for them. He said when he went for prison, he has about 4 cows. On coming back, he discovered they have sold all the cow when he asked it from them. So out of anger, he decided to kidnap their family. And
Who sold this cow?
wasu ka sai da shanunka?
To, idai wanda na bari da shanu shi ne zan ce shi ya cinye ko?
Wa ka bari da?
Inusa.
That he left his car with Inusa. But as he was there, he cannot specify because he knows his car with Inusa. So it's Inusa that.
Is the UNISA part of his victim?
Yes.
Okay, the UNISA is part
It's
of
part of the victim because he came back and carried 5 of Inusa family. They paid ransom of 8 million before he released them. And the same Inusa was the one he reared those animals for.
So what is his advice to youth of his age?
Menene shawaranka ga sawinka wanda suna waje wanda ba kama ba?
Wanda ba kama yanzu ni?
Me shawaranka?
In gwamnati ta ban haɗin kai yadda nake son ba ta haɗin kai?
Me shawaranka ga 'yan uwanka da suna waje game da wannan halin da ka shiga?
A shiga dajin duk aka rawa da inda suke wanda aka samu a kama.
Na ce shawara ga matasa wanda ba su a wannan halin ko kuma suna wannan halin. That his advice is that government should go into the forest and arrest all those that are involved in this kidnapping criminality and punish them.
Whilst pressure spiraled for the police authority to flash out criminals who infiltrated Abuja to cause havoc, Nyesom Nwike, the minister of FCT, also had his share of stress. He has a responsibility to keep Abuja and its inhabitants safe. Thus, he has to work with the police to rid the city of kidnappers and other criminals. The minister was at the FCT command to confer and encourage the Commissioner of Police to be steadfast in waging war against criminality in the FCT. The FCT minister was on the ground to witness the parade of some suspects by CP Benedict Igwe.
He came out to turn to robbery. Ismail Ahudu is here. Sylvester Poto has been a notorious one who had been on wanted list he's here. Abdulsalam Mahmouda is here. Let me commend the Commissioner of Police and his men for the wonderful job you are doing since you assumed office as the Commissioner of Police of the Fire Capital Territory. The difference is clear. Let me assure you and your men will do everything humanly possible to provide you all that you require to fight crime and criminality in this FCT. We believe that in the next few days you have more vehicles, you have more communication gadgets that will enable you and your men to face these criminals. And let me assure the residents of FCT, by the support of Mr. President, we are fully prepared to take the war to them. We want to assure them to be patient and believe that the time has come. I've always said, every day is for the thief man. The next day is for the owner of the house. They have terrorized us.
they were happy, making news that FCT is not safe. I told them, you will die for it. And look at their faces. Who will even drink a cup of water from these people? You collect money. Look at how you are. You were thinking that those who are terrorizing are such a huge people. Just look at them. Well, I trust the police. Make sure you train them in the best university. I want them to be well educated. Send them to Harvard University, Cambridge University, Oxford University, so they can be well trained. Since you don't want to go to school here, we'll send you to the best university in the world, so that you get the best education you ever require. As you said, we will not sleep, you will not sleep. So I want to thank you for a job well done.
Thank you for watching. Till we come your way next week, keep safe.
Crime fighters, promoting security consciousness.